Welcome you to this very important production. My name is Tunde Young, and episode whatever it is.
21.
SG
21. I ain't forgetting, bro.
You wait forget last week.
I know.
That's why I remember.
I know.
Yeah. Season 2, episode 21 of Sports Vibe. My name is Tunde Young. The loud noisemaker beside me is Kennedy.
Mr. Deep.
John Ojetunde is here. But last, certainly not the least, is somebody's pastor, Solomon Edivri.
Great to be here.
For no great. Say great. I say right now. You don't come. Whether it's a
Let's say great though.
Man, it's a new week, so we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We don't have time for much delaying or even any more dallying at this point. Sunday Olise had a lot to say on this very viral podcast episode last week. But the part that everybody was talking about was the incident, or his own take on the incident between Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen. This is our first episode since then.
True.
We want to react to this in our reaction segment. So let's just roll the tapes and listen to what one of the most controversial figures in Nigerian football history has to say.
Ignore them because I am occupied with excellence. I don't need to fight them. The record books fight for me. But let's look at the pitch and the toxicity that might have cost us this AFCON title. We are confusing talent with license. Victor Osimhen is world class, but talent is not a license to destroy team chemistry. Look at the evidence. Since that public outburst against Ademola Lookman, one of our brightest lights, Lookman became a shadow of himself and we lost the bite. When you publicly diminish your teammates, you break their spirit. You destroy the very confidence a team needs to survive a semi-final. Against a team as tactically sharp as Morocco, we needed our best players at 100%. Statistically, Ademola Lookman was the most dangerous player in the tournament until that public verbal abuse broke his focus. You cannot expect a playmaker to perform miracles on the pitch when he has been demoralized by his own teammate. The conflict did its damage. We didn't just lose a game, we lost the psychological edge we needed to win. What is worse, and frankly, what is most dangerous for our football, is the fan culture that now tolerates this. We have reached a point where anybody who dares to point out the truth is immediately attacked or threatened online by a mob of followers. We are breeding a culture of entitlement where the player is treated as a god and the nation is treated as an afterthought. When did it become a crime to demand discipline? Scoring goals for Nigeria doesn't give you a license to disrespect certified legends like Finidi George or Victor Ikpeba. It doesn't give you the right to disrespect coaches or teammates. If goals alone justified arrogance, what should the legends who actually put Nigeria at the pinnacle of world football, like Amokachi, Amunike, Okocha, Babangida, and myself do? Walk on people's heads? No. We respected the jersey. We realized that victory is temporary, but character is permanent. Our untouchable star was subbed off 3 minutes before the most important penalty shootout of the tournament versus Morocco. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Before the final in Rabat, a video went viral of the Super Eagles celebrating widely for winning third place against Egypt. In the media tribune where I sat, I watched as African and European pundits mocked us. They couldn't believe it. There was a time when the Super Eagles shed tears at second place, because to us, anything but the trophy was a failure. Celebrating third place builds a culture of mediocrity. We must remember, the decline of our dominance began exactly when we started being content with bronze. If we want to be Africa's best again, the wild celebration for anything less than gold.
Those are the words of someone who said. And I think Kenny obviously agrees with this, so that's how I'm starting with Kenny first. Kenny, I agree with some of what he said. I disagree with a lot of what he said. But Kenny seems to have a higher agreement ratio, so let him go first.
I think I agree with everything he has said because he had actually spoken my mindset. Let me start from the outburst. I vehemently on this show and other platforms, really didn't like that fact. As of when the outburst had happened, you had scored 3 goals. Ademola Lookman was directly involved. In fact, the one that wasn't Ademola that assisted, it was Akko Adams who had just, a slight knee touch to that ball. That is a man who looks out for you, who looks out. So outbursting in the Mozambique game, a game that seemingly easy. We were coasting, we were 3 goals up, we were doing so well. There was no pressure, so there was no need for. And then attitude after that outburst, you had to ask to be subbed off. The team won, they were celebrating. You walked into the dressing room and all of that. So I felt, that way. Ademola was super confused in the video. I was like, what just happened? So it really broke him. And if we follow his game after then, I think he was a bit conscious of everything. He wasn't the free-flowing Ademola that we saw in the first, say, four games before the round of the quarterfinals and then the round of 16. Now, let's go to fans' culture. I think that's where I'm really going. I say it time and time again. Up until this moment, you hear fans come at you. Don't even mention Victor Osimhen in some lights. They will call you out, like they will dig everything about you. You're this, you're that to people. You're jealous, you hate success and all of that. And I ask a simple question. Still, he had not qualified Nigeria for the World Cup. Still, he has not won an AFCON for Nigeria. In fact, if Osimhen retires now, his name is in nowhere historic. He was just a guy we will remember for scoring some goals for the Nigerian team. Maybe if you want to take the under competition, but in climbs, under competitions are not really, up until Messi won the World Cup, he had won so many trophies for Argentina, even the Olympics gold. But it wasn't termed, cult hero because he had not done it at the highest level. So up until this moment, it's still nothing. Then why can't I call out anybody? And then you will have some fans come for you and all of that. It also extends, during the tournament, I had Nigerian fans who remembered again after the quarterfinal win against Algeria, sending curses, abuses on Finidi George because of Eric Shell. Eric Shell, God will bless you for water. And I ask a simple question. Up until now, Eric Shell had a fantastic platform, template to qualify us for the World Cup. He fumbled it. At the Nations Cup, he finished third. He had way more chance than Finidi ever had. But you'll find Nigerians, maybe there is this thing about we don't even respect our own so well. Historically, maybe we don't read, we don't remember things, but I remember what people like Finidi. Olise had his first commentary game, Nigeria-Tanzania. Oh my goodness. The way, I don't know if it's young Nigerians or old Nigerians, the way Nigerians abused Olise. What rubbish is he saying? Hey, I've heard worse commentary, but I will never hear the native of those countries call out their own. In fact, okay, even if you call out abuses, curses in the final game, somebody tweeted and then the other comment followed. Thank God, I no go dey hear rubbish wey Olise dey talk again. This one wey AFCON dey finish. Why? And that is the culture he's talking about. This very bad breed of fans who call out anything, especially when it's legendary, iconic, or something that had made our football. There was a time we were fifth in the world. There was a time we had players after players. Beckham, Henry, Pires, they were asking Juan Kwakano at a point that, are you sure you started football in Nigeria? Like, those were your bases. That is where, said yes. Because they look at his tactical ingenious now, they're like, even we that go to school of 1-2, you learn, Johan Cruyff, we look at you every day. Sekano is the only player who will do everything he does in training on match day. He's as cool as that. And we can mention names. We need the George down the flank. Mathematical Odegba. I mean, look at Rashidi Ekini, a man who was a mechanic as of when he was discovered and all of that. We've had iconic names. Maybe today's fans have not followed football to that extent. And then I want to celebrate every day Osimhen. And I look at his tactical inputs. And I'm asking, yes, he's a good goal scorer. But you need to watch strikers who have played for Nigeria. You need to know the level we have gotten to. I'm not saying you shouldn't support your own, but pulling down the legends, pulling down some people who had made our football as enviable as it is, you guys have not pushed the odds to any level. The recent Super Eagles have not pushed the Super Eagles brand to anywhere. So coming out to hail anybody, hey, this, hey, you guys should stop it. And yes, he spoke everything that I had in mind. So no, it's not about. I think it just opened up and really Sunday Olise, thank you. He has been a man who has stood on. I'll fight every bad culture from administrators. Now we're talking of the fans, and really, I'm surprised that I did not even mention how he was. Nigerians kept calling him, and if CAF had listened to Nigerians after Tanzania game, this man will not run commentary for any other game all through the tournament.
Oh, sure. Where Kenny makes a lot of good points, but where I disagree with both you and Sunday Olise is the timelines. You cannot blame Nigeria not winning the AFCON on an outburst in the round of 16. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Especially when we now went on to play our best game in the tournament in the quarterfinal. The very next game against Algeria was the best we played in this tournament. That 2-0 win against Algeria was our most dominant and most complete performance against the strongest opponent we had faced up until that moment. And Ademola Lookman played well, even if he did not score. Victor Osimhen played well. He got on the score sheet. Akwa Adams played well. And as someone that was even there, I can tell you that fight did not pass that night. So you can condemn the fight, which that's where I agree with you, and that's where I agree with you. Condemn it should never happen. No matter what, you should not fight your teammates in public. And even then, because fights happen on the football pitch all the time. Let's say even in the instance that it now happened, you should not now ask to be subbed off.
You should be more professional about it.
You should not ask to be subbed off. You did not even wait for any interviews on that day. You just walked out. He left very early. He did not wait for mix zone, not wait for press conference, nothing. As soon as he was subbed off, as soon as the final whistle blasted, he was already fully kitted in his clothes and ready to go. So he just left. So criticize him for that. But don't now say we did not win the AFCON because of that. That for me does not make any sense, especially since it was.
That's also because there is if you because I did a course called RC, that's root cause analysis, and what I discovered is that for any course there's going to be an effect, but there should be a logical sequence of that cause and effect. The cause is directly linked to the effect, but this time I don't think that outburst that happened actually is linked to what we do. Because when we look at the game against Morocco, the Moroccans, as far as I'm concerned, were the better team on the night. There was no way there's no way Nigeria would have won that game. The Moroccans were better
in regular time.
Yes, the entire game. Yes, Nigeria tried their best, but I also want to.
You can't even say that for a game with lots of penalties. At the end of the day, you lost of penalties. That's what it is.
So now, but my point is this: I think that. I agree with Olise saying that the fan culture is
okay. I actually want to speak on the fan culture.
The era of social media has actually propagated all of these things. In their days too, they had fan culture issues, but there was no social media to amplify.
Not just fan culture issues. I'll let you continue. Before I forget, not just fan culture issues. They also had behavioral and reputational issues that were probably even worse than whatever we are seeing from Victor Osimhen right now. Journalists, like veteran journalists, will tell you how difficult these players were to interview. Players like Mikel and Co, who disrespected journalists at every turn.
A lot of them we had news of them skipping camp.
Going back to Sunday Olise himself, who has a reputation not only for Super Eagles but for his clubs for being a problematic person, as a manager, as a player, everywhere he played, he had that reputation. So let's not come and act like once in here. So you can go on.
Yeah. So even in their days, there were times where at least we were old enough to at least watch the at least from the early 90s down to the 2000s, where you see after some Super Eagles game, you see the way fans lash out at players and coaches saying that this Super Eagles team is dead. Even we've seen the Babangidas of this world and Pius Ikedi and Akpo. There are games where people say this guy are just one way player. This guy no sabi anything.
Till today, if you want to insult the Super Eagles winger, you say it's like playing like Pius Ikedi.
And you still see that some of those guys, they still come and they come and still play. But my point is this: I agree that it should change, because you see, for Victor Osimhen, I don't want to say Victor has. In fact, Victor has some journalists in payroll allegedly, anyway, because I've noticed that for any time there's an issue with Victor, these guys quickly come out on X or whatever and start, defending. Some will even tell you that if na your friend, you no go defend them. We've seen that from some photojournalists who say, now your friend, now you no go defend them. It doesn't make sense. This, you put friendship aside and let us focus on the national team. The national team is our own. Your friendship with him is a different ball game. You guys should sort out in your private business. Don't use that to come and tell us that you don't have any right to criticize a player who openly criticized his own fellow teammates on the pitch. It doesn't make sense. Even if you are angry, that anger does not lead you to the fact that although we've seen that when players call out each other,
it happens a lot.
But then again, Victor's own. This is not the first time. Victor has always had this reputation of, he's angry at every little thing, and sometimes I feel that he's too emotional. Especially when issues happen, he just comes, he wants to talk, he wants to make sure that let's get this out of line. The Finidi case, if he was patient enough, that outburst wouldn't have happened. You saw at the end of the day, the story was not even about Finidi George. It was about what he heard, it was about what was said, but not what Finidi did.
It was even based on the false report.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You don't even hear directly from Finidi.
It was someone that reported fake news and basically it just went off on Finidi.
And you're a public figure. There are ways to handle issues, especially the public. If you want, see, we've all done what PR, we know what PR is all about. If you're a public person, there are ways to which you react to issues. And sometimes that's why you need a professional that handles maybe your social media or whatever. You don't just come out after every issue, you come out, you start talking, you lash at everybody, and at the end of the day, it looks like, but is it only Victor Osimhen? The other guys in that team are very problematic. But it looks like Victor is the scapegoat. Victor is like, in fact, in different quarters.
Like who else is very problematic? Tell us.
No, when I mean problematic, they all have their own issues too. But they don't come out to, okay, look at this. Did you see the way Nigerians abuse Chukwueze?
But it's not problematic now. It's just
yes.
Maybe that's where me I would sit on. That was okay. Finish. I want you to finish.
Okay, so I want to leave that fan culture perspective and go to the fact that I agree. In fact, the level of mediocrity, not just in Nigerian football, in the Nigerian system itself, is on the high side. Because he is just talking about the football. Let's look at it.
Yeah, because he's a football person.
Let's look at it from all perspectives, from all walks of life in this country. The level of mediocrity in terms of education, in terms of health, name it. Nigeria has failed. It's a failing system. The system that we operate. That's why it will be difficult for Nigeria, regardless of the performance we had at the last AFCON, at the recent AFCON. I knew that it was going to be difficult for us to win this AFCON, regardless of the outburst with Osimhen or whatever, because there's a whole lot that needs to put in place. Imagine at the round of 16, before round of 16, the players still protested again that they need to get all their arrears before they played. We are just
people that protested in November.
Exactly, we're just scratching something. There's a whole lot
of
problem that needs to be solved. If those issues are not solved, we'll still come here on another podcast and talk about the same issue.
You know where? Sorry, before you go, I need to, because my point is related to John's point.
Okay, so that it doesn't.
On the issue of mediocrity, it's true, but I also disagree with what Sunday said. You cannot make it seem like it's this set that just started celebrating top place. Nigeria have only won the AFCON 3 times.
But you know, if you watch this video, he wasn't specific about just because he said. Ever since we started
celebrating
bronze.
The moment we started celebrating winning bronze.
No, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
That's where I disagree. We've only won the AFCON 3 times. 1980, 1994, 2013. Let nobody come and talk like, first of all, we are used to winning the AFCON. Wait, relax.
No, what I just want to outline, he said there was a time we were bitter with even winning silver.
I was going there. Relax. Calm down. So the point is, first of all, we do not win the AFCON as frequently as we like to position ourselves like we are one AFCON giants. What makes us AFCON giants is the fact that we are almost always guaranteed a medal. We're the most medal team. We've won
semi-final place.
We've won 9 bronze medals now. We've played 9 third place matches, never lost any. Yeah. We've played 17 semi-finals, won 8, lost 9.
In 22 appearances.
How many have these current Super Eagles played? is this now like? Of course, if you get silver, you will cry because you lost the final to get
I
silver.
was going there. I was
But you
actually
have
going
to,
there.
before to win third place, you have to win a match.
Yes.
Everywhere in the world,
When you
a
win,
third place team is happier than the second place.
that's where I actually want to start
Anywhere
from.
in the world, at
yes.
the Olympics, at the
Yes.
at the CAF tournament, at the FIFA tournament, any tournament where they have a third place match,
It's-
anybody that wins bronze is happier
usually
than whoever
emotionally,
wins
yeah.
silver.
Yeah.
It is just
It's illogic.
it's illogic.
Illogic.
If you lose the final, you're not going to be happy and say, at least we got silver and they got bronze. You are going to be in tears because you lost the chance to get the gold. But when you win the bronze match, you've already gotten over the disappointment of losing the semi-final anyway.
Now you're happy.
And you have
you
put
want
your focus
something,
into this. Let us live here with something. So that's what that is about. If you say, okay, it's still not Nigeria's level, I understand your point, but don't come and now make it seem like we have a long history
the
of.
way they made it,
But
the
you
way
know,
they made it a
what do we
party,
do after we
the way they made it a party.
No, you
It's
guys,
another
no.
different. No. I'm saying that after winning bronze.
No,
what are
it's
the
the
next
way
steps?
they, it's
The
the
next
way they
steps-
made
No,
the celebration a
no,
party.
you need to understand what he's saying.
Wait.
Meaning anywhere, any day. I haven't
You
seen
don't
it.
get me.
The
It's the
emotionally,
mode at which
and
it's
I understand.
celebrated.
Well, let's stop talking over each other. The way they
I
made it
get-
a party,
Yes.
for me, that's not the party. They were celebrating in the dressing room. They were dancing in the dressing room. And this team has done that after every game. They did not
yes.
start at the third place.
Yes.
They've done that because the whole point, the main selling point of this team, if you talk to the coach, talk to any of the players, they will tell you, is that they have good camaraderie.
Yeah, they are
behind the
united.
scene. They always call themselves my brother, my. So that's the vibe of this team. Even coming into the stadium, Amas Obasoge is the one that plays the music. They walk in and they
Moral
dance.
master.
They dance. They marry together.
Yeah.
So that's the selling point of this team. So even after every game, the Tanzania game that we won, that would not play very well, they celebrated because those are the kind of things that build camaraderie. And also, you have to remember they've spent a month together. That was their last time together as a unit until the next international break, and even then, no be all of that. There's no guarantee that it's all of you.
Before they will meet again.
So there's no guarantee that all of you will be called. So it was not necessarily about the third place. You end the tournament on a good vibe. You are celebrating 1 month at a secluded environment, and this is probably the last time for a long time that you will see any of these people. So I understand. I didn't see it as necessarily. I did not see that as doing anything that we've not done for the last 8 bronze that I've won before this one. So my point is not that he's pointing it out. My point is that he's pointing it out with this one as if we are just doing it now.
Okay.
So if you are saying we should never celebrate bronze medal as Nigerians, go and start from the first one.
Exactly.
But
And
see,
say we
the
should
same-
never celebrate
The same
it.
reason you're giving for winning this bronze, we've seen bronze winning before. That was celebrated. Yes, we just won a match. It gave us bronze, but celebration didn't get this much. And then you pointed out that another angle is the fact that most of them, they are not seen, up until the next, and then everybody will not be called and all of that. Same situation would happen with that set too. But slightly, you'll still see a bit of feeling bitter that we're a team who came to this tournament with high hopes. We're going with the bronze. Fantastic. Everybody also came. Let's say there are 5 top teams in the tournament. There's Cameroon, there's Ghana, there's Nigeria, they all came for the gold. And then you couldn't, but you made the top 3. Fantastic. But that was why I had to point out the mode at which you took the celebration, which is, the worrying thing. And then, you saw our administrators also. If you check all of that video, it felt very comfortable. I'm not saying they've not celebrated bronze. I've seen bronze celebration a couple of times. But what I'm saying is, it felt like, Oga, if this one, you don't do me.
Okay,
Yeah, sort of.
okay. Where I want to end is the fan culture, and where I'm starting from is the fact that we need to understand we are in the era of social media where we practically see everything.
Everything's amplified.
See, I watched the 1998 FIFA World Cup. If you actually hear what happened behind the scene in '98, if you hear what happened
With who?
Tell us.
Is
Okay.
it with administrators or with
with
fellow
the players,
Player to player.
Yes, they had a lot of issues in camp. Yekini went to that Nations Cup. A lot of players did, and Yekini had the chance to actually break a record. Had the chance to actually break the record when it comes to goals at the World Cup. So from what I heard, the players were not ready to pass to him. they didn't want him to score at the
In
World
fact,
Cup, and it happened.
Olise also mentioned that.
He mentioned that, and it happened.
He mentioned that.
So,
he
see,
said, sorry, let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
say
yeah.
up here. He said there was a time they played one of the qualifiers, and they had to beg Okocha
to start giving
to start
Yekini the ball.
What's going
So-
on? No, it wasn't even Yekini. It was a very young striker that came into it that time, and Okocha was feeling
They
like.
had the same issue with
Okocha was
Yekini.
feeling like this one.
They had the same issue with
He
Yekini
said
because
at half time they had to tell Okocha that oh boy, Afana pass ball to this guy. Why you waiting do you?
Yeah.
So, but there was no social
media to amplify it,
all
which
that.
is where I actually want to learn. We have I think fans now have this recency bias in the sense that
That's the word.
the recency bias in the sense that who they see now is what they are. We need to start understanding the fact that we cannot get to Brazil, and because Cunha scored a goal against Arsenal, and they tell me they would not play down Pelé because of what Cunha is doing now. Even with all what Ronaldinho did. Nobody, Ronaldinho, no, wait,
Romario.
I'm even going to, let me even go to say Ronaldinho, say people now know Ronaldinho. They would not say because Ronaldinho played for Brazil and Pelé only played in the US and never came to Europe, and they will now tell me, they won't bring that. We need to now start educating ourselves because these days, an 18-year-old can hold the phone and be on Twitter and say anything they want to say. And they will now count it as part of the fans saying, you understand what I'm saying? A 17, I'm just, people can just hold the phone with data and see anything they want to say. We need to now, fans now need to understand, recency bias, yes, they now also have to understand that these guys actually did a lot for us in the past also. The Victor Osimhen we are talking about are sitting on the foundation of what these guys have done over the years.
Solomon,
That's where I disagree.
Solomon,
Yeah.
are you even going to blame these guys on the internet about this recency bias thing? How well our legends celebrated?
That's what
These guys. How many people see? You are supposed to be showing them clips of what these guys have done in the past. Do you know that a 10-year-old boy in Brazil have one way or the other watched Pelé when he played in the 80s or in the 60s? I mean, sorry, in the 60s, 70s. But here, the only legend I think that young people know is either JJ Okocha or Nwankwo. And there have been a lot of people that have played for Super Eagles that are even better than this guy. But people don't talk about them.
When
They
we
don't
were
amplify
at the
their works or what
AFCON
they've
in
done.
Cote d'Ivoire, there is a place, mathematical sat, Shego Adegbami. You know he was there.
Yeah, was there.
When I went to meet him, and noise in the stadium, I was like, sir. And then I had to, Mr. Shego Adegbami, mathematical, like, I've been looking at you, but I had time now. That I was like, can I sit? A seat close to him was the way his eyes widened was like a young person like this. And then I sat with him. We had about 8 minutes chat because I was also working. Like, sir, how are you seeing the tournament? How it was just so, he was happy, just continually speaking. I was like, sir, I would have to go, but I'll still reconnect with you. And then we had to reconnect again. What am I trying to say? He was a bit surprised. Not like maybe some people are like, Mr. Shegon, but taking time to want to connect with him. And that's where you just touched, like, the way we have disconnected, because people don't even know what mathematical is. What he did.
You are talking about people don't even remember Uche Okechukwu, and you now want to remember.
Even Obafemi Martins.
Even people don't remember Emmanuel Emenike self. No, you want to remember. You want to remember mathematical.
My own final take on this, and it's where I disagree with specifically Kenny, but everybody else here. Yes, we need to do a better job of remembering the legends of the past. Nobody can argue against that one. But also, what I want to point out is because somebody is currently playing, it doesn't make him any less of a legend. Okay. That's my own point in all this. And believe it or not, this is subjective, but it's my own opinion. I think that Victor Osimhen will retire as the second greatest striker in Nigerian history.
True. Relax, okay.
Relax. I think that Victor Osimhen is already the second greatest.
And it will break the record. Yes.
It's not even about the record. He will be the first to tell you. I've had the chance to ask him multiple times, and he's reiterated it that whether he breaks the record or not, he will never be greater than Rashid Yekini. Those are his own words, and me too. I agree on that because the goals were not only what made Rashidi Yekini. He was a national symbol because he was able to make history. When people think of him, people that don't even watch him, when you think of him, you remember that celebration at the World Cup. He's Nigeria's all-time high scorer at the AFCON. He has played and
Nigeria's first goal at the World Cup.
And won Nigeria medals on the world stage. So that is part of what adds to his legacy. So it's not just the goals. But in comparison to everybody else, I'm sure people here will have a different opinion. Feel free to share it. There is no other striker for me. And if we reverse the roles, because we always tend to, because you are saying recency bias, we always tend to have a nostalgia bias as well.
Yeah.
We always tend to have a nostalgia bias as well.
We can stay with the 94 team though.
Club-wise, national team-wise, how many other strikers of Nigerian descent have had a better career than Victor Osimhen? We're talking about a 28-year-old here. So he still has, let's say, 5 good years.
Okay, maybe you didn't get my point. Right? My own is you don't have to pull one down because you want to talk about another one. That is bad. Now, I'm not saying yes, understandably, but you don't have to put. My own is don't pull one down to talk about.
Who have you seen insult Rashidi Yekini just because they want to talk about Victor?
No, I'm not. Now you are focusing on Rashidi Yekini. I am talking about
an abuse on Rashidi Yekini. Come out and say there is nothing Victor Osimhen would do. Rashidi Yekini is bigger. Just put that on social media.
Victor Osimhen himself has said it and it's on social media.
Okay, no.
You will tell you Rashidi Yekini.
Can we first things first? Who is talking?
I'm talking. I'm saying you don't have to put one down to. I know, yes, Victor Osimhen, fantastic, great player, but you don't. Someone like Victor Ekpeba, till tomorrow, he walks into. He gets to France, he's well revered. So you don't have to pull a Victor Ekpeba down because of
Victor Osimhen has had a better career than Victor Ekpeba. It's not pulling Victor Ekpeba.
No.
The same way you will say Victor Ekpeba.
How has he had a better career?
He has had a better career.
How?
Yes. Wait.
How?
Wait.
Club and coach, yes.
Yes, he has had a better career. He has had a better career.
The stats state that he has scored more goals than Victor Ekpeba.
Victor Ekpeba is not an out-and-out striker.
Whether or not.
No,
you can't use goals.
When he was in Monaco, what wing was he playing? He was a striker.
He was a winger.
Victor Ekpeba played as a striker in Monaco. No.
He's a striker.
Whatever he is.
Whatever is, my own is you don't have to pull one down. Leave Victor Ekpeba for a place.
We have gotten that point.
Victor,
but whether you are pulling anybody down or not, it is a look. You look at what Victor Ekpeba achieved, what Daniel Amokachi achieved, what Obafemi Martins achieved, what Yakubu Ayegbeni achieved, what the Uche brothers achieved. Which other great striker? I'm not putting Mathematica in this because he played football at a different time.
Mathematica was even also a winger.
I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about position. I'm not talking of players how far they went in their career at the height of their level.
The Ajax boys.
Those two in particular are the ones that I would say would, if they play today, would probably hit a higher level than Victor Osimhen because the opportunities were just not available for them. Someone like Rashidi Yekini, the highest he could do was Victoria State. But if he plays today, he will probably play for one of the best clubs in the world. Shegun Odebami as well. Those opportunities were not just available, so I don't like to put them in this conversation. But everybody else, for all the levels that Kanu played at, and nobody is taking anything away from him. For all the levels that Obafemi played at, nobody is taking that away from him. None of these guys were the top scorer and the number one man for a title-winning top 5 European club. We've never had a striker that achieved that level. No matter what your opinions are, this is a literal fact.
True.
You cannot argue. None of these guys were number 8 in Ballon d'Or ranking. Let us step. None of these guys have been top scorer and league champion in 2 different leagues. We've not had a striker apart from those first 2 because those opportunities were not there for them. We've not had a striker or a player that has hit this height. So because it's playing right now, let us not also look at that one less.
Of course,
that's my own point.
I agree with
your point.
I agree with your point. But what I'm just saying is this here. I still feel that we don't need to, just like you mentioned, everybody at their own time produced the numbers. They were better at their own time, at the era at which they played. So let us celebrate all of them together. I can never pull down Victor Osimhen. And I agree that Victor Osimhen is
And I actually like him.
second best striker. The only thing with Victor is just this unnecessary outburst. I think if he can actually tone down, that is a fantastic person. People who have met him, that I have met, told me that Victor is a very nice person. He's kind, he's a wonderful person. Now I see reason why some journalists kind of tilt towards him when there are issues, they quickly come out to defend him. But then again, you see, character is what sustains you at the top. It's not just talent. If you have the talent, but if you don't have the character to sustain it, at the end of the day, people will look at what you have achieved and still want to use that, whatever you have done, they put it as a stain to whatever you have achieved. I've seen that happen a lot of times. Olise was a fantastic player. Played for Dortmund, played for Juventus. But every time they remember Olise, a lot of times, people remember that he's a very stubborn and
Sorry, I have a correction.
Okay.
There is no Nigerian who has been ranked higher than Nwankwo Kanu. Because I remember the Arsenal days, he was 6th in the world.
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Okay.
FIFA ranking.
No, okay.
6th in the world. So I just had to quickly put that. I think Victor Osimhen did 8th.
Yes.
So Kanu is still the highest ranked Nigerian, ever. So
And I also think that JJ Okocha didn't really get all of these accolades.
especially at his prime.
At his prime, but in terms of fame,
Yeah.
I think JJ is the most famous
No, if you say you're in Nigeria,
After
people will tell you, oh, JJ, that's the next name you'll hear.
So yeah, well, I think we've done our best to cover this thing. Maybe one day.
Opinions will continue to differ.
No, of course. But one day we will also have time to talk about attitude of the previous sets.
In fact,
everybody, now when you dey play, now when there's no need to do a research. Don't worry yourself. All we need to do is call Enito Obadino or Oga.
Yes.
No, that's why
People that relax. People that were actively covering the team with those time. Let them come and tell you what their eyes see then too. You will now know that attitude pass attitude. People that will be deciding when they want to come to camp. You might have international. Why do you not qualify for the World Cup in 2006? Because players were determined. Do they need me for this game? Do they need me? Let me stay in my club for this round. I will come for the next round of qualifiers.
Sometimes those people in the past, they really had a go at the administrators. Like the people like Sunday Olise, people like what's that? Jonathan Akpobore. They were constant. They were acting like activists, with the administrators. So they were also playing rebel.
Okay.
You can't just call me at any time when you're not paying.
But Kenny, I agree with you. There's one thing I respect Olise for. Regardless of all this, Olise was actually a leader. In fact, some issues would have escalated in camp, but because Olise, because he's a stubborn person. Yes, because he's a naturally. I don't want to use the word stubborn. He's a tough person. He fought administrators and ensured that the players got what they deserved. In fact, when Yakubu Egbeni came on his podcast, Yakubu said, Skipo, if no be you, national team for don't scatter. He said there were times that some players come into the team, they will not pay them. That those players are on standby. So when they come into the team, Olise will now instruct everybody, if not $200 from your money, they will contribute to $200. They will not give. They will share it. They will contribute to $200 amongst those players.
Any amount.
He said
any amount they gather, they will not share it.
They share it amongst those players. In fact, if there's anything that has been talked about for Sunday is a fantastic leader.
Yeah, true.
Even problematic, yes. On one side,
most of them are problematic with that.
Leadership roles.
Akpobore was called a bad boy.
Yeah, you can't take it away from him, but that's the same thing. You hear the same thing with Mikel Obi for them.
Mikel will say, they respond. If you're a Nigerian journalist, Mikel don't go attend to you.
Yeah, but
there are teammates when he was a captain who said as a captain, Mikel had his faction.
Yes.
In the team.
It's the same way you have bad information about him. On the other side, we find how he funded.
Yeah, true.
No, that one is
with his own personal money. So it's the same thing with someone like Wilfred Ndidi coming out to tell the boys, play, don't worry, if they pay.
Internet.
Audio. See, Mikel, go and ask any average Nigerian journalist. All of them had issues in the country.
No.
Everybody is surprised that he's not doing podcast.
No, even interviews. You can easily get interview of Mikel now. That time, And Mikel is still big. That's the surprise with most people. Wetin come change? I think yes. Actually, that time.
Maybe he got more mature. No?
His maturity.
Maybe after his football career, don't go.
No, Mikel is still doing well.
I know you know.
So it's not. If he still wants to be cocky, he can choose to be cocky.
All right, let's
Mikel will go Madrid camp. All of them want snap picture.
Let's move on. One last topic of discussion before we move on to the final part of the show.
After this one, we'll close this. I love today's show.
This one made me laugh when I saw it. Because this is how I even realized that he's still working for Nigeria national team. NFF technical director Augustine Eguavoen.
Bros.
His direct quote was, "I am disappointed that Eric Schell didn't include any NPFL players in the AFCON squad." NFF technical director Augustine Eguavoen. To which I respond, I am disappointed that Augustine Eguavoen is still the NFF technical director.
But the question is, did he say this before the tournament or you saying this after the tournament?
The quote is coming out after the tournament. I don't
this
know.
quote, this thing after the tournament.
But wait. I thought to, as the technical director, the list, he will submit the list, but he will pass through you to the NFL.
What's wrong with you?
No, that's the point he's making. That he's not supposed to change it. He just like you can advise, but you are not supposed.
No, he's not changing anything.
That's the point. That he is claiming now that he saw the list.
Why is he kind of speed?
Blah blah blah. Why though? That's
what I'm saying. Now, why is he?
I think.
Uncle,
I think the angle, even though it's kind of funny, the angle is, you know what, player club get. You know, if you're invited, because Tunde said something that I can't forget while he was in Morocco when he talked about Ebenezer Akisomiro. They play that there is no way they do there are some players who are in that team that you can almost bet that they won't play. Maybe they brought them for exposure. That you could give that to maybe one or two MPFL player. Not just for the exposure, also what will go to the player and then what will go to the club. But I don't think it's fantastic reason enough. Because for Eric Schell, this tournament was history rewriting tournament for him. In fact, barring bronze, if he had finished outside of the top 4, the way Nigeria played restored belief in the Super Eagles. That is what this tournament meant for Eric Schell. So trying to because I want to look out for a league and all of a league that the owners of the league don't even respect.
The owners of the leagues are there. The league is going on.
National Sports Commission. All of them, they don't know say MPFL day. They don't even know how the MPFL happens week in, week out. Because I'm looking at EPL, La Liga, all those people that will play like 4 tournaments in the year. They are in match day 23, 24. MPFL that is playing every weekend. It's not the FA Cup, they'll wait till they are still in match day 21. I'm wondering, what are people using your time for? So, barring that, Eric Schell, you know if you tell her that kind of thing when we dey go, especially with what happened with the World Cup qualifier. I can't carry one. If I can't go need to, I'll go carry one in it. So, I understand his angle, but it's watered.
You know why this is particularly funny, stupid.
Bros.
This is what we just talked about.
Bros, no verse.
Respect our legend.
Respect our legend.
No,
let's apologize.
I
apologize.
Bros, let me apologize.
If you do rubbish,
let me apologize. I did not call Augustine Eguavoen stupid. I said that what he's doing is stupid. He himself, he might have sense personally. Even though I will not forget when I wanted to interview him pitch side in Uyo and security bundle me. I said make it tell security say he dey interview me, he just turned dey go.
Wait, today as you feel like this, they still bundle you.
No, they don't bundle me, but the guy give me money. Hey! What are you doing here? Say you don't see media accreditation for my head. What I carry pop up the same time. What am I doing here? You see me on
ice cream.
You see me on mic because I was setting up my phone and let me interview somebody. And I hold mic. I say, hey, what are you doing?
You just say your mic no resemble lollipop.
Maybe it resemble gun for the guy. Anyway, that's not even the point. What you did, sir, is very stupid. That's what you did.
I say it again.
Because first things first, I've always maintained all our best players don't play in Nigeria. Yes, and by the natural progression of the league, it even suggests it. When Amaso Obasoge was first getting called up, was it not from the NPFL? Where does he play now? He left and went to Tanzania. when Benjamin Tanimu was getting called up, was he not from the NPFL?
Yes.
He left and went to Barnsley, one team in English league,
Yes.
third league from Tanzania as well.
Yes.
So it's never been an issue of nobody wants to call the NPFL. Any player that is even remotely good in the NPFL is instantly going abroad. So
yeah.
are we saying those players no longer count the minute they go abroad? We have to now stop calling them and go back to calling whoever is in the league that is not as good as them. If that, because at this point if you just want to establish a quota system for the sake of including NPFL player.
Yeah.
Any player, Raymond Stars captain, Unduka Junior, one of the best players in the league last season. As soon as season finish, him go Iran. Everybody laugh, but they learn it.
They cash out.
You stay there. If your uncle,
If you reach your turn,
get offer from Iran, you tell him make him dey go state.
Yeah.
You go tell me it's not small bomb wey you go just dey avoid once in a while.
I say my elder brother that we used to play Sunday league, he now traveled to UAE. That day we were now talking, I was like, bro, you know they play Sunday league. They was like, also this. I said, yes, these people now the next money. If to say none they play, then
at least
you know the kind of money way for it. So if you reach your turn, stay for Nigeria.
You stay there. Like that point has never made sense to me. We've had players that have been called up in the NBFL, but the HK also guys.
No, so many self.
If you are exceptional at the NPFL, you will most likely get called. Yeah. But the point is that once you are exceptional at the NPFL, you are leaving immediately.
In fact, you want to leave.
Yeah. So
even if you are exceptional and you don't leave, they will come and play for you.
That was in this squad was from used to play for Rangers. Now he's in Belgium.
One Bali
from the NPFL to cheaper United.
One Bali played for 4 NPFL clubs.
So are we saying that all of these players NPFL history don't count anymore? The minutes that they go abroad to go and play in a better league, and by better league they just did ranking where 90 something like that. I mean, even somebody that we enter top 100.
I don't even know.
Me personally, if they say make I rank, I will put us on number 370 first.
No.
Even if we not get any 370 country.
Your matter no fit pay me. You've now apologized to our legend that you have.
Yeah, and we just talked about it a few minutes ago.
You said, sir, what you said is stupid.
No, if somebody says something that if someone do something that's stupid, you tell them that.
No, you don't talk to apologize. You are very.
Bros, no vex.
I don't do. Yeah, I make I do like Osimhen. Eguavo!
And someone was tapping him when they do like
this. Who you be?
Leave me, eh?
Who you be?
I'm not the people where they support you. Olori buruku ni gbogbo ni.
Who you be? Ogo they tell you the chair what to do. When you go AFCON 2021, how many NPFL players you carry? And when you even carry them, no be round of 16 you comot. And since then, you have been collecting free money as technical director, directing nothing technically.
He has been helping the Super Eagles.
In what way?
You know many times this guy don't do rescue mission.
Rescue us in what way?
Who step in as the
Who stepped in after Genetra when we no qualify for 2022 World Cup? Who stepped in for the AFCON when we come out to round of 16? That's the first and only time in the history of all of Nigerian football that we have come out to round of 16. It has never happened before. Until August Egbavo.
But we won our first 3 games.
And what is his reward? His reward is always to go back to technical. They know
but he was the technical director. If there's no coach, he steps in.
Please keep quiet. Because I say you and Egbavo.
This man, bros, Alpha.
No.
In bed, care.
I have never seen.
You don't like Egbavo. You know we like finito.
Now my
person. They can get interview of finidi. When in there with your wife.
My person.
Egbavo don't make me vex. May we play game.
The time has gone.
Alright, thank you very much.
Production
crew now. Say 1 hour now.
Production. Oh yeah, let us see the time.
Can you shut up and let us?
Over last. I swear to God, it is there. I will naked.
All right.
Naked from this episode to the next.
Very much like Egbavo, the person who organizes this game not to get sense. So we have to.
Can you present? Can you present his name?
No, there's no need.
But you call
him. You can mention Egbavo.
So you can call a legend name. You can't call.
He no be legend. He be legend.
Okay, nobody go know it.
There are supposed to be 20 names in here. The game is simple. The names have been written out, but they are scrambled. So what you have to do is just rearrange the name and call the correct name of the correct player in 20 seconds Unless.
Okay, if you pick a paper, the name has come.
The name on the paper is Scam.
He means
But
he
it's the name
tried.
of the
But he
football
tried.
player.
For him to
No,
do that.
that's
He
the
tried.
idea. But we
He
never
tried.
open up. You know,
He
say
tried.
himself no fit spell. If he goes scramble nonsense, may God to say.
Beware of Ibadan people.
So,
Or your people. Okay, or your late.
so that I hope you understand the concept of the game.
We
now.
get.
So I don't know any of the players in here. It's not that it's not that wrote everything so I can participate easily.
But how do we now? Is there a place we are getting the right? Like he puts the right spelling. Is there?
Thank God saying he never died.
Yeah.
Once you pick your paper, you open it. You also show it to the camera so that he can see it. So it's the one that has the correct answer. You will not get it. I know say you don't go get that. No stress yourself.
So that's what I'm saying. Is there a place to mark it?
Should I start?
Before you start, there's an 8. So the 8 is written at the back.
It took time.
All right.
Okay. But
You
try.
from the organizer of the game. He actually put
a
some
lot of
effort and thought
into it.
into
Yeah,
it.
yes, let's.
But maybe we still see the ink first before we end up because ain't no two get sense like that. So me, I will start.
No, let's start.
Who is marking score?
I'm starting.
Please, let's mark score.
All right. Oh, this one is simple.
At the
This
back.
one
What's at the back?
It's Chelsea that's at the back, but I didn't even need to see that. This is Branislav Ivanovic.
What point are you on?
As usual, I don't deal up.
But as usual.
But the idiots, you don't carry last before.
No,
Yes, now the
When I take carry last.
he didn't win. That doesn't mean he took last. I was last that day.
oh now you yes.
Let's see if Solomon can
I'm
get
four.
We have 10 seconds.
West Ham. Now I'm confused.
10 seconds complete.
Time up. Oh, nice.
Nice one.
Which,
He actually really scrambled it. Yeah.
by the way, is leaving for Flamingo. So, but
That guy, that Man City move, pay now.
I'll be from Man City to Flamingo.
They always talk about. Start.
Time starts now.
I never checked the first issue.
What? You do it.
Adela.
Kilo Norris inú ìwé anyway.
We had married.
Chelsea. Raheem Sterling.
2 seconds.
When we were
Alban Rouge.
bambush for way.
Or Alban Rouge.
You don't go Qatar.
You don't go over.
Al Nassr. Obviously, now Cristiano Ronaldo.
How you go put Cristiano for the list?
Obviously, Cristiano
Play
Ronaldo.
what's up.
We don't tell you.
Okay, but that's true. Easy was good day. Like that time when the right country, where one way you go right club, Inter Miami.
Crystal Palace. Tell me.
Yeah, Crystal Palace. It's my last out.
Wait, some are already open. I can pick them.
Yeah.
I say it don't they open. I don't
It
know.
no matter. We don't even see how.
Your time starts.
Barcelona.
now.
Robert Lewandowski.
Now this kind of game Kenny go like. But because those players are popular.
Well, you don't carry last past me now.
But our player this Pauli.
Inter Miami.
Slavia Prague.
Lionel Messi. I didn't even need to check it.
Yeah,
When I see that, I don't know. Say this was not even the pass one player for
When
Inter
we say
Miami.
Inter Miami, you put Allende.
I don't tell you. I say the person will do the game. No get sense.
But the effort is
Make
good.
him go send Pauli go pick players.
Or Slavia Prague.
The effort
Even
is
if
good.
you want big players from those clubs, don't pick the most obvious.
Yeah.
Atletico
time.
Madrid. Obviously, Atletico.
Madrid.
Start.
Real Madrid.
3, 2, 1.
You don't go.
Time don't pass.
Wait.
Your time starts now.
Chelsea.
Ademola.
Enzo Fernandez.
Esteban William.
Yeah.
Start.
Liverpool. Mohamed Salah.
Try to be right.
Mohamed Salah ló wá fi 8 seconds wàhálà tó. John Ojetunde.
When I get lost, you don't need to do this game.
I know that it go inspire you like 2 weeks time. You can't do the one you say you go get headache.
Start.
Kylian Mbappe.
Starts now.
Alali. Frankesi. Start.
Kevin De Bruyne. I don't even need to check
Èmi
the
gan dé ó tún lọ fi dí ìyẹn ó tún fi high face. Wait. Bọ̀bọ̀ yìí lo under 1 second.
If now you carry on, so you could just say you don't see the hit.
Wọ́n tó wá ju Bellingham tì. Start.
Starts.
Victor Osimhen.
Your time starts now.
Alex Wood. So Kenya and Tunde see the lead.
Aston Villa.
Time starts.
Aston Villa.
Ahmad Onana. That's not game. I'm happy as the guy enjoy.
Then if you are in
Ah.
I think over one is
Oh yeah. Start the time.
Don't worry yourself. You are saying Bono. Alila.
I like
If
how
say na me pick all these Alila and go. But I don't really know a lot of players for
I
those.
didn't know that simple.
Starts.
Arsenal. Bukayo Saka.
Nigeria legend. TikTok believe.
Ó padà pa ẹ́.
Joe.
3, 2, 1.
Joe.
If you don't
Zero.
No.
Aribo.
Joe Aribo.
Joe, are you not a Nigerian legend?
I don't know.
I don't know say na true anymore. I want to laugh.
How you tell me that Joe Aribo is still Southampton? That's like Southampton. You tell me that
Nigerian
legend.
legend.
You know why they laugh?
Legend confused am.
That the legend confused and I want to laugh.
Mo smelling yẹn wá. Ṣé anywhere tí sí ó wà ńbẹ̀ tó fi rẹ́ẹ̀dì kọ?
You sef, why you go dey follow you? You no sky. Your time starts now.
Dortmund. Segu Gurasi.
All right, at the center of it all,
It's you that I see.
me and Kenny are tied for number 1, I think, and you and John are tied for.
No, he lost now.
No,
He lost.
Na one
All
in this
the
now. Oh yeah, results don't
He
come.
lost now. Why is this how they sing?
So me and Kenny both have 5 points.
6 points each.
6 points each.
Yes.
Solomon 5. John
4.
4. John has Orukpo. But
legend.
we have to determine who is number 1 between me and Kenny, which is why we'll go to our normal fastest finger first game.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Can somebody count us in? 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Inter.
Fabio Cannavaro.
He got it, sir.
Water Samuel go.
He got
Ó
it.
easy. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ló play.
But like now wetin dey my mind that let's play Water Samuel.
But Inter sef go there, Inter Milan dey, Inter Miami. So
Ah,
He said Inter Milan now.
He didn't say Inter, I just said Inter.
just say
But we know that.
We
he
know
didn't
it's
say
Inter.
Is Inter.
Alright, I don't win now. You want to try and
no. Mo do one more.
count us in.
That one we take am warm.
Count us in.
3, 2, 1.
PSG.
Barcelona.
Neymar.
He mentioned it first. It's
No
not-
man.
Na him mouth I take.
Hey, Teron Messi go.
Messi. Oh easy.
I
Walai,
told you.
walai, oh,
Karim,
walai.
Bendel insurance. Màá kọ́ ma ní Bendel insurance. Láti máa wà
Kí ló
bẹ́ẹ̀.
fẹ́ gain láti bẹ̀?
Owó ní win èmi náà ní win ní.
Oya, maybe and you dey call your name.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
No, na no go to cover that.
3, 2, 1.
Wait. Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Niger Tornadoes. It is I go talk say hey Rivers United. I don't say na Ajax. I don't say.
3, 2, 1.
Better force.
Yeah, let's go. Which one win?
2, 1.
Canopilas.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, wait.
3, 2, go!
Rangers.
Osimhen.
Which one of your babes? Which one of your babes?
Bàbá yín ká. Tẹ̀lé wèrè lọ kó òun lọ sọ.
Which one of your
Ṣé
babes?
ó wá kí ló máa ń pè kíní yẹn? Tó bá transform.
Transgender.
Ó wá transgender wá tọkùnrin àbí? Ó ti kọ́kọ́ play as ọkùnrin, ó wá trans.
Which one of your babes?
Wetin you call when you call today?
Rangers. I know say you know
Rangers
wetin
for Scotland.
and now
Yeah, èmi tẹ̀ ṣe 2 ways Rangers. Wọ́n wá sọ.
that's how we start. I know say Ingo wan mention Ajax. Wọ́n ti wò pé tí wọ́n lọ tí èmi bá lọ níbi Rivers àbí Sharks. How come I ní
Àwọn
fìdí?
team gan ní Europe tẹ́ pé tó máa pè tán tẹ́ pé ni mo play àbí wàá kàn lọ sí àwọn team yẹn wàá lọ sí
Kilmarnock.
wàá lọ sí láti 17 láti 15 to 20 each of those leagues.
Kò nídìí kó lọ pé River Plate kọ́hún pé Real Madrid ó yàtà ló ti play for àwọn.
Several.
No. People
Ó
are
ti
moving
wá.
on now.
Ó ti wà ó yá sọ River Plate Real Madrid ìwọ sọyàn kan tó ti play fún méjèèjì.
Gonzalo Higuain.
Wèrè ni òun ni mo sọ ọdún
èmo sọ fún ma wà bọ̀ mi ò mọ ọkọ mi pé kò ní wà náà.
River Plate dey talk to me.
We talk to
Anyway,
Just like Liverpool played Man City now, we can have rest.
we have established once again
that.
home and abroad number 1.
No,
Number one.
I've won number 1 before over him, so that one they should help me laminate it.
Old glory.
Old glory,
E be like Sunderland. We top league this season though.
Antonio.
Yeah, Misha win.
Yeah.
So the loser, what do you have for us to say? So now we are going to be doing one or two things. I will give you the option to atone for, instead of dressing, make boys happy.
No man, they make anybody happy.
Really got to fair one. Now why you talk this thing? And by the time you see what you want to wear next week, it will be too late to go and do shopping. Today I like pata time November I mo
And
pata.
I know 1 year I can't wear it.
You go wear am like mad. Don't worry, the pints get old. And you no go wear trousers.
Okay, well, don't
Don't worry. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, we have established that I'm still the number 1. Kehinde Idris number 2. Solomon Edibre second to bottom.
This game paid.
But the bottomless pit.
No.
In the
My
easiest
friend-
game ever played on this show.
Bro,
My
this
friend-
is the easiest thing. That's Abajaba for putting effort.
Yeah. Seriously.
A terrible game. That was so.
Is that how you end it?
You know what?
Effort in a terrible game. This guy.
No, this game will not do strong team.
No, you just we should have not shortened it to 10 seconds. Then make it around 5 seconds. You would have actually won.
Oh.
Please, let's. I don't know to say once show don dey pass 1 hour. If like say na 1 hour subscription of sense. Once show don dey pass 1 hour, like you go just dey talk rubbish.
Another legend now you there.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Idiot. You abuse legend footballer, you abuse
abuse
legendary journalist.
Now later the ones coming now will now be tweeting
yes.
at you. You will now be angry.
Legendary journalist, God was messed up. Oga legendary journalist. Check me.
No. I don't joke
The
with that.
legend's daddy.
The daddy legend. Anyway, until we see you next week, remember that God wins.
Pra! Mr. Deep says so.
This guy is serious. This guy.